Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're having a fantastic day. If you're new to the channel, my name is Parker Nierenstein. This is Vehicle Virgins, and today we are headed to check out one of the coolest Porsche museums in the entire world. We've got the Bentley Flying Spur Speed for the week. This thing has been one of the most incredible daily drivers I have ever experienced and looks so menacing from the front. I also love, check this out, the little illumination right there in the Flying B logo. And the interior in this thing is just absolutely wild. So we're headed to the Peterson Museum in Los Angeles because they're opening up a massive Porsche exhibit. Apparently 40 plus cars, and I can't wait to see it. I thought I would use either sport mode or comfort mode, but I've used Bentley mode so much. It's a hybrid between the two. This Bentley actually pulls ridiculously hard on the highway. The fact it has a 207 mile an hour top speed for a luxury car is wild to me, but I am here for it. The only thing I wish this car had after spending the week with it is some form of self-driving or lane keep assist. I miss that luxury, and I understand that Rolls-Royce and Bentley at this moment in time both claim that essentially the lane keep assist systems aren't good enough. They aren't smooth enough for the ultimate level of comfort, but it just takes a little bit of the stress out of the driving experience when you're in traffic and when you have a long commute. Malibu Canyon's looking green as ever from all the rain. Kind of like the fog out. How crazy is this building? It looks like the Death Star. That is wild. I hear you can buy Tesla Plaids here now after all the price drops. And there it is, the super cool looking Peterson Museum. That design honestly is epic. Some beautiful Porsches at the entrance. Crazy wrap on this Toyota Mirai. Looks like it's owned by the Peterson Museum. Check this out, 1971 Porsche 914 6. So this thing had an inline 6 as compared to the normal 4-cylinder in the car at the time. Full race spec, super limited production. I love those headlights. This thing honestly never gets old. Tesla does such a good job with some of their design language, and the semi-truck looks absolutely ridiculous. Like it's got a Model 3 door handle on it. How funny is that? Could you imagine just driving this thing around on the road as your personal daily driver? All right, guys, so we're inside the new Porsche exhibit that opens to the public on the 16th. Starting off with none other than the Porsche 918 Spyder. There is a variety of epic Porsches in here, some of which there's even some Star Wars fighter right in front of me that I can't wait to show you that I've never seen before. For those of you who missed the video of my review on the 918 Spyder, the Hamilton collection was gracious enough to let me drive and review their Weissach Package 918, one of the original members of the Holy Trinity, a hybrid hypercar that paved the way for the future. Now we have cars like the SF90, the Lamborghini Revuelto, but this car, the P1 and the LaFerrari paved the way. Magnesium wheels look absolutely crazy. And how beautiful is this 991 Turbo S? This was custom made for Slash, the guitar player. Deep forest metallic green, some customizations in the interior, carbon ceramic brakes, some custom aero as well. Absolutely stunning spec. How incredible is the spec on this customer Porsche 935? Apparently only 37 customer cars were ever made, and this is one of them. Made in 1976, this thing had 650 horsepower. How ridiculous is that? Get a load of that exhaust setup. This is one of my favorite looking Porsches they've ever made. And then they even made the new 935 recreation based on the GT2 RS Club Sport, which is a very cool carbon fiber bodied new Porsche. And here we go, just as I was mentioning, the new recreation of the 935 made in 2019 based on the GT2 RS Club Sport. 3.8 liter twin turbocharged flat six, making over 700 horsepower. The design language of this is wild. One of my favorite parts about the car has to be the Star Wars style rear exhaust tips. How insane is that? Full carbon fiber body. This has got to be so much fun on the track. Okay, I bet you've never seen this before, and I certainly haven't. This is the collaboration between Porsche and Lucasfilms for a 2019 Star Wars promo. How epic is this three-wing fighter? That is absolutely nuts. Beautiful GT3 Cup car. This is a Porsche Club America Special Edition. The livery is really cool. In some ways reminds me of a combination of the 997 GT3 RS livery and the brand new one that just came out. But I am loving the spec on this. How crazy is this? 1962 Porsche 804 Formula One car. This car actually has a 1.5 liter flat 8-cylinder in it and was the first actual victory for Porsche in Formula One. Apparently, the aluminum tub weighs just 55 pounds, and I can see why. This thing is absolutely tiny. Imagine sitting in this absolute death trap. How wild is this? Now, it is a replica, but the first ever car to wear the Porsche badge was the 356-1 back in 1948, and that is this exact car right here with an impressive 35 horsepower. But honestly, how stunning is that design? I love how smooth all of the body panels are, those rounded headlights, and those wheels. They should bring that back. So here's a little wooden prototype that they created of the body of the 356. Now, something I didn't know is that they originally made these cars for the first year or two in Austria and then later moved their factory to Germany. Obviously, the real car wasn't made out of wood. It was an aluminum structure. Check out how gorgeous this 356-2 is. How stunning is this 1954 550 Spider? This thing was capable of going 136 miles an hour. Could you imagine being in this tiny car with basically no protection? And look at that, there's actually a secondary seat, if you can see there, with a different material. I guess you can remove this section, kind of like the Monza SP2. Okay, talk about an incredible story and an incredible name. Back when the 550 was replaced by the 550A, the owner of this car was trying to get his hands on one, but proved fruitless. So he got a 550 without a motor, installed it in his own garage, and proved to be extremely competitive in racing. In fact, this car was even given the name Pooper, which is absolutely hilarious for a priceless Porsche. Well, Porsche took note of it and ended up delivering the guy a 550A to his garage because they thought the project was so dang cool. I mean, the bodywork is absolutely wild. Every single rendition of the Porsche 917s are some of my favorite cars in the world, and the 917-30 behind me is no exception. This thing is absolutely breathtaking to look at, makes 1,100 horsepower, and is capable of 233 miles an hour back in 1973. This car was so fast, so much faster than its competition, it must have been horrifying to drive at the time. Look at the kind of active, adjustable aerodynamics on that rear wing. The paint scheme is absolutely gorgeous. Imagine sitting in this thing. How gorgeous is this 1973 Porsche RSR? This was based on the road car, the RS, except it weighed 173 pounds less and had over 100 horsepower more, and became the most competitive and agile 911 in the Porsche GT racing class. I love that ducktail rear spoiler and that gorgeous martini style livery. Check out this 996 GT3 RSR owned by Patrick Long, professional racing driver. Really cool spec on this. Look how low the car is on those gorgeous BBS slick tires. I'm not a huge fan of the way the 996s look, but in race car spec, it does look pretty savage, especially with those flared rear fenders. Look at that rear diffuser with the split exhaust. And then we've got a gorgeous 991 race car. These things are a lot prettier in my eyes over here. That looks absolutely savage. How gorgeous is this Porsche 904 GTS, guys? It was Porsche's return to racing after experimenting with the 804. This thing has 180 horsepower, and it was the first time they used fiberglass for the body to save weight and save money. The design is absolutely stunning. Look at that massive single exit exhaust that comes together from two different pipes. I love the badge work on here. Stunning Porsche 907, also made from fiberglass, except this one has 278 horsepower, a lot more than the other car I just showed you. Wicked design. Once again, a flat 8 motor. They need to bring that back in road cars, and that single exit exhaust again. Now, at Monterey Car Week last year, we got to see this 356 rally car at a pretty cool auction event. This vehicle has been to every continent in the world, including Antarctica, and driven around. And it's just a project that some really passionate people put together. I mean, it doesn't get much cooler than that. The treads in the back, it's got skis on the front, and it's a gorgeous Porsche all at the same time. Look at the roof scoop too on the top. Okay, this has to be one of the most insane project cars I've ever seen. It's an 80s 935 made by Bisimoto, except it's not what it appears. It has a Tesla Model S powertrain under there. Yes, that's right, it's an over 600 horsepower, all electric 935 One of the coolest looking cars ever. What do you guys think? Is that sacrilegious or is that absolutely epic with the instant torque? I love the wheels too. Get a load of the interior. That is just insane. All right, I bet you've never seen one of these before. I certainly haven't. A four-door 1967 Porsche 911 that was commissioned as a one-off by a Texas Porsche dealership. This thing is absolutely insane. I'm not quite sure about the proportions, but talk about having an absolutely unique car. Beautiful 356 Emery Special. If you guys remember when I was out in Rhode Island, I actually got to drive the Audrain Collection's Emery. It was an absolute blast. Totally different than the Singer, but classy and epic in its own right. Here's something I've never seen before, a Porsche designed soapbox derby car. This thing looks sleek as heck. In the lobby, we've got an absolutely stunning 2023 Porsche 963. We actually first got to see this car be unveiled at Goodwood Festival of Speed at the top of the hill climb. Powertrain is based on the 918 Spider Hybrid, over 680 horsepower, weighs almost nothing, and the design language is crazy. And then check this out over here, a gorgeous Porsche Safari car in a wild color scheme. There's blocked off lights in the front. I actually love the green with the tan interior on this Targa. And then check this out, Matchbox Porsche inside of an actual box. That just looks so darn cool.